Hey everybody, Scott of SBD Growth. Hope you're well. A couple of questions for you to think about. Who out there wants to sell more? Who out there wants to sell more in even less time? And who wants to sell more in less time at even higher margins? So I imagine everyone who's still watching this has their hand up. So here's my next question. If you want to sell more in less time at higher margins, how many of you individuals and organizations are prepared to invest in sales training, sales coaching, or outside sales consulting? Where did all the hands go? So this is my question. Um, if we want to do these things, if we want to sell more in less time at higher margins, what are we doing differently? What are we prepared to do better so that we can achieve that? Sales is the lifeblood of an organization. If you, as a sales professional, aren't driving revenue, you're going to lose your job. And as an organization, if you're not bringing in that revenue, you're going to see layoffs or you're going to close your business. And I'm going to refer to something I've referred to before, and that is Sales Management Simplified by Mike Weinberg and The Forward by Jeb Blount. Now, these are two gigantic sales gurus. And Jeb writes in The Forward, here's the brutal truth that you must embrace. I feel like a librarian. Regardless of your organizational role as a leader, if your sales team succeeds, you succeed. If your team fails, you fail, your company fails, and all of the employees that work for your company fail. Without sales, without customers, you have no company, period. So if that's the case, and this is a genuine question for me, why is it that so many organizations seem hesitant or reluctant to invest in sales training, invest in sales coaching, invest in the function that brings the revenue for the organization? I'll also add that in my experience, and I've got gray hair and glasses, so I must know what I'm talking about, this is not a problem you can solve with brute force. And I've seen organizations do this where they feel like more marketing and more selling is going to solve the problem. And what I would argue is without a sound plan, you're basically doing the old throwing crap at the wall harder and faster to see if something sticks. Then it doesn't work. And we see this garbage on LinkedIn all the time. So I'll tell you what will work. What will work is having a strong, repeatable, successful sales process or game plan, how you're going to go about doing this, to have the ability and the discipline to execute on that plan. And as hard as it is to come up with a plan, it's even harder to execute the plan. Just it takes a lot of effort. And the third thing is you need to have the sales skills, those soft skills that allow you to support that plan. So the sales plan, the dedication, the intention to execute it, and the skills to help support that. That doesn't just happen because you want it to. And so I guess my call to action, if I can be so bold, is to say we're only early in the second quarter. This is a great time for you to reach out to a whole bunch of really great sales professionals out there that can help you. I like to think that I'm one of them. And I want you to know that it's okay to ask for help because sales is hard and it's getting even harder. And let's let's make sure that we're putting in the time and effort and the investment into our sales professionals and our sales leaders so they can support the good work that they do and bring in that all-important revenue for your organization. So hopefully I've given you some things to think about. Take care, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon.